soaring temperatures, new security checks and the resumption of industrial action at one of Europe's busiest airports are challenging passengers on one of the busiest weekends of the year. Travelers in many cities were taking heed of advice to arrive early on Saturday in order to allow extra time to pass through security following the introduction in March of European Union regulations in the wake of the Paris and Brussels terror attacks. Flight delays and cancellations, your rights. Explained. Read more. The new rules demand both entry and exit checks on passengers from countries, including Britain, outside the 26-nation border-free Schengen zone. Delays have been particularly bad at Barcelona's El Prat airport, where passengers missed flights on Friday as security workers checking carry-on luggage began partial strikes at the beginning of one of Spain's peak summer holiday weekends. There were no strikes on Saturday, but passengers were still reporting long waits. Luke Hansel, who was traveling to Birmingham with his mother, said they had been prompted by news reports to arrive 4 hours before their morning flight. He said, the queue for security was around 90 minutes to pass. It was functioning but seemed like there wasn't many staff. There were far more manning the security at Birmingham Airport, for example. His experience of passport control was better than expected though, with little sign that the new checks were causing staff to take longer when checking documentation. Robert Emerson, another passenger, said the airport was a mess, with many disgruntled passengers and few or no staff. He had barely reached the departure gate before 10:30 a.m. boarding time following his arrival shortly after 8 a.m., and the aircraft was then left sitting on the runway for an hour due to overbooking, with no passengers willing to get off. After the failure of mediation on Friday evening, the series of hour-long strikes by staff who operate scanners, search passengers and control the queues at the airport will resume on Sunday. Others are scheduled for Monday, Friday and next Sunday.